What is up, guys? Welcome to the first episode of Defiant Brandon. You could call it the Defiant Brandon Show. You call it whatever you want to. Nothing is really going to change about the way I deliver my spiel, but I'm trying to be a little bit more organized to help you guys find me if you happen to be in the market for some honest, unbiased, well-articulated commentary. Could you turn this off? Sorry. But guys, so this is such a crazy story that we're going to start with. Please don't forget to hit the like button, share the content, and give me a one in the comments if you can hear me. Okay, that's all I ask. Hit the like button, share the content, and give me a one in the comments if you could hear me. Okay. All right, we're in the building. This story, the first story, which is the one I know all of you were ready to see, is so crazy because I have a good friend who I've known since college, and she actually married one of my best friends, and it didn't end up working out, though they had how many kids they got? 2 or 3. Though they have 2 kids together, it did not end up working out for them. And she ended up leaving California. She's originally from New York. She ended up leaving California and moving down south. And she ended up having another kid. That relationship didn't work out. Then she got with another guy, had a kid with him. And I really thought that that was going to be the guy for her. But it turned out that that relationship didn't work out either. I mean, the guy was in church. He was a God-fearing man, seemed like a really good dude, lots of pics, family pics, all the whole 9 yards for several years. And then all of a sudden it was over. When I inquired as to why it didn't work out, I got tired of telling people to wash the dishes over and over again. Like, what the fuck? But anyway, so this friend, I kid you not, 2 days ago, posted a Facebook post about how successful how these women, Cardi B was the first one she mentioned, Tiana Taylor, what's that whole name who married to the quarterback? Sierra, yeah. Sierra, and there's one more. There's one more who left a man and got with somebody. I forgot the 4th one, whatever. Cardi B was the flagship. Then she mentioned Tiana Taylor leaving Iman Shumpert, and then Sierra leaving Future, which they was never married, and getting with Russell Wilson. And I forgot the dude name who Tiana Taylor got with, but he's in a Netflix movie that's pretty damn good, but I forgot his name. Y'all tell me, keep it up. So, and in the caption, it's like, oh, it's good to see our sisters not settling and deciding to move on, because there are plenty of men who are willing to be real men, step up to the plate, and take care of their stepkids. It's good to see the sisters moving on and being happy, right? Or choosing happiness. That's what the post said in so many words. And I immediately get in her inbox and I'm like, yo, this is not happiness. This is bull crap. This is a bunch of people destroying their marriages because they become disillusioned, and they bought into this idea that I'm supposed to be happy all the damn time, every day, 24 hours a day. And if I'm not, it's this man's fault. Like he's the bearer of the keys to happiness, right? And so they leave their husbands for whatever reason, and now they're on the market again, and it looks like they found love. And I understand why she feels like that, because she's kind of in their shoes, right? So it's like it gives her a little bit of hope. Oh, if they could find somebody, then I can find somebody. And I'm looking at it like, girl, these people ain't really found nobody. These people are in casual relationships because they're dating, and none of this crap is set in stone. except for Sierra, right? And even for Sierra to get a man who was willing to put up with her long term, there's a couple of things she had to do. One, she had to totally change her public image. No more rock my body and all the twerking and the tongue up in the booty crack and all that stuff, shaking the ass and gyrating the hips in public. Sierra had to tone all that mess down to keep the man that she was able to trick, Russell Wilson, interested to the point where he was willing to marry her and let her be the mother of his children, to let her push his children through the same birth canal that she pushed a baby through for that degenerate future, right? But Tiana Taylor and Cardi B, they are not that. Their situation is totally different from the situation of Sierra. And boy, oh boy, did we ever learn this the hard way. Because if you haven't heard already, Cardi B, the woman who divorced her husband Offset for being a cheater, he's a cheater. She is now pregnant by NFL wide receiver Stephon Diggs. I don't even think he played for the Buffalo Bills no more. They got his ass up out of there. She is now pregnant with a baby for Stephon Diggs, who she's only been dating for a few months, and has just gotten wind of the fact that this guy has 3 kids on the way by 3 other women, in addition to the kid she's carrying. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm just blown the F away because you broke up your family because daddy was cheating and you didn't want to settle for that. And you know your worth. I heard her ranting with her freaking babble. You broke up your family because I'm not settling and tolerating the disrespect. The kids no longer, listen, man, they're not together. I swear y'all nitpick. Anyway, you broke up your family. Your kids got at mommy, where daddy at? Your kids can't wake up in the morning and go see their daddy in the next room. Now daddy live one place and the baby got to go to that place for her birthday because daddy is no longer in the house. You broke up your family in the name of retaining your self-respect and dignity. But the minute you got away from your husband because he's cheating on you, you revealed to yourself to be the whore that you were from the start. That's about it. You revealed yourself to be the hoe that you was when he met you. That's what was going on. Because not only are you knocked up by a man you haven't even really known that long, you cheering, I'm pregnant by the... This man got several other kids on the way, in addition to whatever other kids he might have, or whatever kids that might be on the way that he's not telling you about. Guys, am I yelling too loud? Let me know. You basically left your family. You broke up your family, and just to go be somebody hoe, just to be somebody's breeder. Y'all gonna get a chance to call in, chill. You broke up your family to go become just like every hood rat in New York that you grew up with, Cardi. At least the kids you had in the sanctity of marriage. At least the man, he might have been a cheater. He might have had a wandering eye, like y'all saying I'm having a lazy eye or whatever. That's a hereditary thing. Don't worry about that. But when I'm talking about whores, my eye tends to go a different direction, I guess. I don't know. But gotta watch them. Make sure they're not trying to run up on me. But anyway, you basically, even though you had a wandering eye, a family unit is always going to be stronger than an individual effort, right? Individual hoeing will never be as strong as a family effort, a joint effort. And you left him in the name of salvaging your dignity, and ultimately because you're a bad decision maker who made the decision to marry Offset and have children from him in the first place, What made you think that you were going to become suddenly a good decision maker? She didn't do the personal work. I think they call it shadow work. She didn't do the shadow work that was necessary for her to truly be able to move forward in a positive way. That pussy started tingling and she was jacking it up like bad free throws, like bad three-pointers. Looking for anybody, any degenerate man who would have her. Let's be real. Because you don't leave a marriage with a rapper in the name of happiness and exclusivity and go jump in bed with a damn football player. You don't do that. You don't do that. Then on top of that, Offset might have been cheating, right? Offset might have been cheating, but at least Offset wasn't coming back home with a bunch of babies. That means your man like to run up in hood rats raw. That's what that means. And then he comes back home and runs up in you raw and give you whatever they got. And you know there's people out here who got HIV and every other type of STD, and they actually, they get a thrill out of giving it to different people, celebrities and whatnot. You better ask Eazy-E. This girl just ran over there. Exactly, Sticks and Stones. She thought she was getting her a Russell Wilson. She got her a Rumpelstiltskin. That's what she got. But the Stefan Diggs is just nasty as fuck. And Cardi B ain't no better. You left your husband, the father of your children, someone who you know got your kids back 1,000% in the event that you're gone. You left him to go lay up with somebody who, in my opinion, degraded you even more and had no commitment or obligation to you, and in my opinion, shows absolutely no remorse for what he did. Zero. Stefan Diggs don't look apologetic at all. And this was and look how the girl act. Look how she act. I want y'all to see this. I'm using Mac TV. I don't know who the hell that is, but he has a decent clip. She's all happy. Oh, I'm pregnant by a baby with a baby for a dude I'm not even married to, and he has a bunch of other kids on the way. And she looks absolutely ecstatic.
Stefan Diggs surprises Cardi B with flowers on the eve of her album release.
If you did any though, like if you
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
Cardi B, I just signed a whole bunch of records, a whole bunch of vinyls right here at Rough Trade, and I said, I got these pictures that you could take, and I actually did sign them myself. There's a lot of video footage, and I hope you guys enjoy, and I hope it looks beautiful on your table, on your wall. Play it. I don't care.
I'm popping panic, and I'm about to be on TikTok shop in a little bit. I just gotta put my wig on. I swear to God. TikTok, don't be mad at me. Y'all don't be mad at me. I'm rushing. I gotta make the hair right. I gotta do a lot of things today. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
she's pregnant.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is really bad because
No, I'm just really scared. Like,
it's obvious Cardi is infatuated with Stefan Diggs. She's all wrinkled up prune. She got her some young meat, and I believe she's actually just shocked that she was actually to get somebody young like him. And basically, to her, that's an upgrade from Offset because bro is younger. He's in the NFL, so he's probably making a little bit more money than Offset's making right now. And she's attaching her worth to whether or not someone like him wants her or not. That's absolutely crazy, right? This girl is the epitome of the thinking process of hood rats and degenerate females all over America. Only difference is they discovered that she could rap. She's had some great hits because she can rap. I'll give her that. And she has money. But this girl, I mean, she got with Offset. He was a rapper too, but ultimately, from what she said, she was taking care of him, right? Paying for him and his family and all that. How many women do we know taking care of some bum? She left him, had several kids by him, left him, and now she's with somebody who, let's be real, she can't keep Stephon Diggs. There's no way in hell she can keep Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs, she left her husband like he cheated on me. I don't want to be disrespected. It's like you had a pit bull that kept jumping out of the yard, getting out, biting people. So you got rid of the pit bull, but then you went and got a big ass Cane Corso or a Presa Canary, something even bigger and more vicious. And now that motherfucker out the yard. But with the pit bull, at least you tried to keep it in the yard. But the Presa Canary, you like, I can't handle the motherfucker. You just like let him do whatever he want to do. Like, I wish these women would stop trying to pretend like, oh, I'm gonna leave this man to get my self-respect, and then turn around and go jump in a situation where they're getting disrespected more than they was getting disrespected by the person that they later had kids with and got married to. This is not a win. Stephon Diggs don't even look, this guy looks like he's there for the optics and like he really don't give a damn. I'm gonna be real. He looked like how football players treated girls in high school. I'm just gonna cut the sound off. He hugged her. He looking at her. He ain't even saying that. She all, girl, this would be okay if y'all was just dating. But you're pregnant. You got a whole baby up in your stomach for this fool. This is some little girl shit. Some immature teenage stuff. And how old is Cardi B? 32? What is Cardi B's age? Yeah, she's 32. This is so ridiculous. Exactly. Too dizzy. You cheated, so I'm a wife a man whore. You cheated on me, so I'm gonna go be one on the list of many. Basically, I'm gonna be a hoe up in a harem of hoes for an NFL player. And let me tell you, bro dropping that good dick on her because she's not even tripping on him the way she was tripping on Offset. Oh, this and that. They're talking her, popping it. This girl is from New York. If there's one thing women from New York do, they pop it. Bro, he got her so in line, she ain't even gonna talk shit on bro. That's how you know that she's totally, in my opinion, she's totally defeated. She's like, you know what, he gonna do what he gonna do. And there's a video that I'm about to show y'all that proves it. There's a video I'm about to show y'all that proves it 1,000%. But what does this say to all the women? Yeah, I'm glad to see my girl doing happy. Girl, you are dumb. She is also dumb. If you following her, you going to end up where she's at. And I've seen many women do this, man. I remember I was on Viral Way podcast a long time ago when they used to do the Battle of the Sexes shit. And there was a woman who said she left her husband who paid all her bills, took care of her, all that because he cheated on her. She then left him to go get with a dude who has 7 other women and told me that it was okay because at least she chose to be in that situation. I said, well, do he pay all your bills? Yeah, he pay bills. Lying bitch. Why the hell would he pay your bills when he got 7 other females that's going to do everything you want if you decide not to? Let's play this video with Big Cardi in it. She's totally defeated.
That's your baby daddy, bitch. That's my baby daddy too, girl.
Well, what now? I don't fucking know. We'll figure it out. That's the baby dad, bitch. That's my baby dad too, girl. Well, what now? I don't fucking know. We'll figure it out.
Girl, that's your baby daddy. Oh, that's my baby daddy too, bitch. She's accepted it. She's given up. She's accepted it. We'll figure it out. But why didn't you figure it out with your husband? At least that was yours. You left your marriage for that? We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Y'all know this relationship not gonna last, right? So now this baby gonna be raised in a broken home with whatever thug Cardi B get with after this. And the funny thing is, if she would have just went and got a regular dude, he probably would have worshipped the ground she walked on and been thankful just to be in a position to be with her. But she goes and gets someone who, in my opinion, is out of her league. Just because she has money, that doesn't mean Stefan Diggs is in her league. He's a younger guy. He's living like the life of a rock star right now. And he has plenty of women who clearly are willing to incubate his seed. And you know what's funny? They all look better than Cardi. I'm sorry. That's the bad part. Because that one on the right, she is fine as hell. He has a type. Every woman that looked like you. So you know what that means? He plucked your ass like a freaking strawberry. Up, she's fits the description. Boop. And a few weeks later, or probably on the first night, he was running up in your shit raw, beating and skeeting. And you have to, Stefan, out there in a damn bathrobe, looking like a fool. And this dude just standing there like, yeah, I'm the king. I'm busting down all these hoes. And do y'all understand that this is the same scenario that plays out in black communities all over Mexican too? All over America. All these women pregnant by the same dude. Why? Oh, because he cute. It has nothing to do with money because Cardi B has more money than Stefan Diggs. It's all about, I like the way this dude look. This dude dropping dick off on me instead of standing up for this self-respect that she claims she wants. She's going to be out here straight up busting it down for a dude who's better in the bed than you. That's what it is. Stop believing this shit. Oh, respect and all these reasons. Listen, dude, she left you. She left you for this other guy because he's fucking her better than you. That's it. She got the good D, got caught up, and started acting up. Started going for everything she said she would never accept from you. She started accepting from this other dude. Bro, that's just lust. That's lust. That's it. Lust makes you accept disrespect. Love don't make you accept disrespect. Lust make you accept disrespect. Lust make you multi-platinum artists settle to be a damn hoe in a harem with a bunch of chicks that's probably on unemployment. Or groupies. Only difference with you is they got enough dignity to not make it public that they fucking with this dude. They'll mention it, yeah, I'm pregnant mom too, and then they disappear back into the dark. You're parading this dude around like this is some type of win. Like this is some type of achievement. I just can't believe Cardi's ass with this one. Girl, you spent your whole life selling ass in strip clubs all over New York City. You would think once you got some money, you would say, you know what? I don't got to be a freaking slut anymore. Clearly, I was wrong. She like, I'm doubling down on the hoeing. This is why I tell you, when these women, oh, I want a man with money, to stop listening to them. They don't know what the hell. They know what they want. They want some D. They want some schlong. They want to be bust open. All the other shit, oh, he got to be successful. Get that crap out of here. If her requirement for you is to make this amount of money, she doesn't like you. Because she will be 10 times nastier for a dude who ain't got a penny to his name if she's physically attracted to this dude. I'm just being real with you. I ain't even in the red pill community, but that's the reality. You know how many dudes making money is out here chasing hoes who claim they want a man with money, and that girl is laid up every night with a dude who ain't got 2 nickels to rub together? Nowadays, they might actually have sex with the dude with money to get some of the money and run back after they done got they shit pushed in by the dude with money, and then go get that little stanky box up to the dude that they actually like. And bro still hit it, eat it, beat it, all that, as long as she shares the money with him. They are willing to become a whore for the man they actually want, as opposed to becoming a wife for the man that they claim to want. I live in LA. This is what they do. I'm just keeping it real. They would rather become a prostitute for a man that they want than marry and settle down with the man that they lying on social media telling you that they want. This is facts. This is facts. I know a girl was with a dude. He's a railroad conductor. This dude making $200,000 a year. Got a house, security system, nice neighborhood, all that. She got kids. Bro said, I'll take in your kids. He has kids from a previous marriage. I mean, bro went as far as programming her thumbprints into the keyless entry in his house. Gave her a car, took her kids in. Y'all come stay here. That hoe left him. I said, well, what's going on? Is he bad in bed? She said, no, he's great. Do he hitting on you? He don't, you know, no, he gives me money. He would never touch me. He's a great guy. She left him to go lay up with some failed rapper. She left him to go lay up with some failed rapper that's in and out of jail. And now she's just a bum. Living at somebody's house. Sleeping on a couch. Think about that. That's someone I know personally. This is what Cardi B is doing. You think Stefan Diggs is going to get that hoe a penny? Maybe child support. Jacote, you're right. He's boring because he works every day. I want the struggle life. Or I want to live with someone who I think I'm better than. I want to live with someone to where if it don't work out, I could say, you know what? F you. You ain't ish. That's what it's about with a lot of these women. I want this dude to rip my back off, but if it ever gets to the point where it's any type of serious conversation, I want to have a one-up on him. Oh, I don't know anything about Jaleesa's personal life. She's an angel and I love her. A man would be lucky to get a woman like Jalise. This is what I'm telling you. This is the life they like. Turmoil, trauma, and drama. These hoes will tell you, oh, I gotta heal. Bitch, you're not healing. Your heels ain't even touching the ground when you got your fucking legs cocked open. That's not what they want. They want to create a situation that's more chaotic than the one they left because they want to be purified by fire. These women want to be purified by chaos. So they could go say something to a room full of hoes and all them fat, overweight, gelatinous hoes would be like, yeah, girl, that part. It's bad. I watched a video on YouTube where a woman said, I left my husband for a dude that I work with that I was screwing. And the dude, I thought we was going to be together. And when I told the dude, I left my husband for you, he said, well, I'm not leaving my wife or my family. This girl then walked to the edge of the cliff and jumped all the way off for a dude who wasn't even taking her ass serious. The dude told her, why do you think every time we did it, we went to the hotel, you never even been in my house or nothing? I would catch an Uber to meet up with you. I wouldn't even drive my car. She done left her husband and her newborn baby. She left her husband and her baby was like, I think she said not even a year old. This woman said, she said, I remember thinking to myself, man, I'm going to just tell my husband and baby, I love y'all so much and all that, but I just want to go be with my boyfriend. This is a true story on YouTube. I wish I remembered the video. Cardi B didn't leave Offset because he was cheating on her. Cardi B left Offset because the married life was boring. The married life, just being married to one guy, knowing who's coming through the door every night if he came home at all, jumping on one cock was boring. Jumping on one cock that wasn't doing a pussy tour was boring. So she wanted to be back in the streets. She wanted to be back in the streets. She wanted to be a gunfighter again, taking unnecessary risks. She wanted to be a racehorse. She wanted to be on the track. You know, the stampede when all the bulls is running and they trying to get in front of each other. That's what she wanted to be. She wanted to be back in the game. Where 20 women screwing the same dude, hoping that they could be the one. But if you ever choose them, they just gonna throw him away and get with another dude with which they can run the gauntlet. If you need any more example, let this be the example. This is ridiculous. This is the queen bitch right here. All these hoes looking up to Cardi. Married women looking up to this heifer. You see, I told you about my friend. Oh yeah, Cardi moving on happy. All right. Same thing about with Tiana Taylor. She laughing and like she just winning. Girl, you ain't getting not damn near nothing for them little garbage ass movie roles you doing. Your career is over. You can't act worth a damn. If Taraji didn't even get $1 million to do a movie with do Benjamin Button with Brad Pitt, how much you think you getting doing a B-level movie with Leonardo DiCaprio? It's all a bunch of talk, but the actions never match the talk. And I promise you, if they find a dude who's willing to settle down for him, let me tell you this, he's not going to be a millionaire or all this that they say. And guess what? He ain't going to give them no type of quarter. He's not going for none of the bullshit that they think that they're going to be doing. I've seen it 1,000,000 times. If they find a man, they will have to lower their expectations and they will have to shut their ass up and submit. They will have to humble themselves. I've seen it time and time again. The beauty queen who's going to get a millionaire, who then opened up her legs and had kids for every pookie in the hood. She finally found a sucker who's willing to take her in. And you want me to tell you something? Guess what she got to do? She got to humble herself. And if she don't humble herself, guess what's going to happen? He will leave her ass and she'll be out there with all them damn kids by herself. Now, in the case of Cardi, they making plenty of money. But how do you keep the image of being the queen bitch when you are out here getting like you're just one of the dogs at the dog track? Cardi, you are Cardi B. This is like Sha'Carri Richardson racing a bunch of prostitutes on Figueroa in a real 100-meter race. What? Why would I be out here running with y'all? Why would I lower myself down to that? Well, that's what Cardi B did. And this is who your women love. I'm slandering Taylor and Cardi. Anybody who destroyed at home, men and women included, anybody who breaks up their family to run out in the streets and be somebody's side hoe needs to be ostracized. They need to be ostracized. See you later, Laughing Like Saget. And I'm the one that's going to do it for her. Let me give y'all the link real quick so y'all can come up and comment about Cardi. We probably going to do call in. Like, if you want to call in on this and talk, Better get your ass up here. We probably gonna do about 10 minutes on call in, and then we move it on to no jumper lies that need to be corrected. The link is in the comments. Guys, let's get the super chats. Please contribute to the stream. Support the content. Crady Dominican. She was born to be this way. Stop, Hebrew Israelite. That's crazy. We love our Dominican people, man. Stop hating. Antoinette Forbes, period. Look, Antoinette said, I can't say nothing else about it. On period. This is ridiculous. And I like Cardi. I like Cardi. I actually like Cardi B. I'm a fan of her music. But damn, Cardi, how you gonna go out like that? How you gonna go out like that? And what example are you showing to the little girls who might be crazy enough to look up to you? And the grown-ass women with teenager mindsets. With a teenage mindset. Guys, I'm telling you, stop believing. No. Listen, bro. Listen. Y'all don't believe this, but I'm telling y'all today, these women be 50 years old with a mindset of a 13-year-old teenager. I'm not even joking. Cardi just proved it. Her grown ass is 32 years old. Her grown ass is 32 years old, all the way grown. And she done jumped her ass in a situation where she is having a baby by a dude who about to have a bunch of other babies with a bunch of other females. TSM, what up?
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
Hey, you need to contribute to the stream. I want some of that African money. Go ahead.
I will. Yeah, man. I like your content, bro. For real. Like, I like what you do with the community. And okay, about Cardi B, bro, it's pretty shameful because, like, actually, Cardi B is the one who really, like, actually, like, assume herself. Like, she never hiding stuff. She always express herself in a certain way. So we can give it that to her. But after that, it's a big mess, bro. Because the thing is, like, all those black women that follow Cardi B, like, they ended up to be alone. And I'm telling you, what they end up doing, especially here in Los Angeles, man, they start running behind behind the white man. I'm telling you, bro. You know how many, when you go to West LA, Fairfax, and Melrose, you can see a bunch of black women just running behind old white woman, old white men, bro. It's like, can you hear me? And it's like they're kind of desperate. They're kind of desperate, and Cardi B is a reflect of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, Cardi B, actually, like, she's from the Bronx, so, and actually she's like Hispanic mom in a certain way. Like, she understands what is a family meaning. Trust me, because she's Hispanic. Hispanic, like, at the end of the day, they believe on their own family. And
Right.
her, she's Afro Latino. But I'm telling you, a lot of black women and Afro Latino women, man, they have this all kind. They live in a fantasy. They live in a kind of fantasy, or they believe, they deserve everything. Even in my own life, I used to date a lot of women, bro. If you don't call her for a restaurant, she don't pull up. When you say let's go take a coffee, she don't want to come to go get a coffee. She want absolutely to go to a restaurant just to show on Instagram, bro. And, like, you can see a lot of black women, they end up just doing that, and people walk away from them.
Would
People
you
walk away from them.
would you say that's why you married a white woman?
No, no. I mean, with the black woman, but I understand the struggle. I understand the struggle because
Cardi B.
at the end of the day, a lot of women, they're just desperate, and Cardi B is a reflect of that. You
It's
know.
like it's like they lay up with the. It's like they go get with the celebrity. They go get with the dude who they know is never going to be faithful with them, because I think they believe that being desired or accepted by men like that makes them worth more. You know what I'm saying? She's willing to go through what I would call a humiliation ritual with this dude just so she could say, well, look who I got after I left Offset. Nothing like
Exactly.
damn the kids, damn the family, damn all that. I got to lay up with a football player who don't even really want me. Like, I don't see the fire in his eyes burning for Cardi, bro. This guy
And
looked like
look,
he couldn't give a fuck about Cardi.
exactly. And the thing is like what? Look at that. Most even like as a black artist, they just like took it between each other the girls. Okay, football player, next time it's gonna be a rapper. Next time it's gonna be they they act like a kid, man. They like to play around like that.
Teenagers.
And yeah, like a teenager, like a high school shit. Exactly. You know? And the thing is like, look, the best way you can understand that, look at Evie, the rappers. Eve, she ended up with a white man. She live a life, and that's the goal they want, because they don't want accountability. They want to be free forever, and someone pay for everything. And like I'm telling you, if now you can see a lot of white women on the dating app, or black woman on the dating app, looking for a rich white man. Now is a new agenda, bro.
But the funny thing is, the white men get them and they just use them too. And then they'll spend a little bit. It's like this. It's like, so you ever known a person who buys a car, but they mistreat the car, and after a couple of years or a year, they got to get rid of the car and get another car? There are
Mm,
people who do that with very expensive cars. I know people who do that. I know guys who will go get a Hellcat with the Scat Pack and all the demon package and all that. They'll go pay $100,000 for the car. They'll pay for the car
mm,
cash, right? Uh,
that's crazy.
or they'll scam it. And within 2-3 months, the engine is blown out, the transmission is fried, and they only get in the next car. They going to get
Wow.
another car. They don't care. They don't give a damn. And I'm telling
Yeah.
you right now, there are guys, men period. I'm not just gonna say white. There are rich men who do that with women, man. I'm talking about, I got friends who have money, bro. My friends who have
Mm,
money will walk off on a very good woman because they're just like, I'm just not interested anymore.
that's
I'm
crazy.
not even joking. It'll be a solid, I mean, down, ride or die. You call her 3 o'clock in the morning, she's there. This dude just like, nah, bro. I'm on to something else. Fuck it.
Wow.
It
Yeah, and
happens every day. So and let me tell you, women know that. Women know that. Women know how rich men have done them. Because most of these chicks didn't sold some pussy to a rich dude. Oh, he got money, right? He got money. Let me go try to because let me tell you something. Nothing make
go.
a woman like a man more than some money. She might start off as a prostitute selling them some booty. But if she like, oh, he got it like that, she's gonna try to shoot her shot. And any woman with that mindset has been used, hit and quit, kick to the curb. Because you're gonna give I got a person I know, man. I'm gonna tell somebody business right now. I got a friend, right? Well, she ain't my friend no more. I had a friend. She was married. This is a true story.
Mm,
She was married. She's still married, actually. Bro, this girl husband had a medical issue to where he couldn't work. This idiot didn't realize he would still get unemployment while he was off work. He
wow.
wasn't bringing the money in for 2 weeks because he had a bad medical emergency on his job. She didn't know he had filled out all the unemployment paperwork, all that stuff. He wasn't bringing money in for 2 weeks. She kicked him out the house. You gotta go. You gotta move, right?
Mm,
Bro goes and lives with his mom.
that's crazy.
When this dude leave, she begins to pursue a Mexican dude who is delivering food through a food delivery app, right? And
Mm,
she's telling me all this stuff like, yeah, he likes me. I'm like, girl, are you retarded? This dude is delivering Uber Eats. It was a Mexican dude. She said, no. But he takes care of this rich white lady at his other job, and she's gonna leave him all her money. This type of dumb shit, right? I said, so
mm,
what you think gonna happen when she leave him all her money? Yeah, shoot, I'm gonna be living good. He already told me he gonna take care of me. I don't gotta worry about nothing. Bro, this
Wow.
Mexican dude, listen, this dude took her to a park by his house, fucked her in the, not even in the car, outside the car, smashed her outside the car. She said, bro, I thought we was about to go back to bro house. She like, well, we gonna hang out at your house. We could chill, watch movies, whatever. I'll make some food. Bro said, I don't want to disrespect my 23-year-old son by bringing women in the house. Took her ass back to her car. She drove home, sounded stupid. She goes to the grocery store where they both mutually work, right? One of the cashiers at the store walk up to her like, hey, are you messing with this guy this Mexican dude? She like, yeah, why? Oh, because me and him are together. We just got together last night.
Wow.
Bro smacked her, kicked her to the curb, and went and solidified it with the Mexican girl. You know, she
That's
said,
crazy.
oh, well, it is what it is. I said, you broke up your fucking marriage to be a side hoe.
Wow.
Let me
Like a
tell you,
child.
listen, on my daughter, this is a true story. This is a true story. And
That's
nobody
crazy.
wants to believe this. But I'm telling you, listen, do I have any females in the comments? If I have ladies in the comments, please put a 1 in the comments if you've heard some shit similar or worse than this. Please put a 1 in the comment if you've heard some mess in a relationship similar or worse than the situations I just described to you. Please give me these 1s in the comment. Put a 2 if you like. That's an exaggeration. I ain't never heard no mess like that. These women know this. It's true. They have friends going through it. They've read about it in these forums. They didn't heard about it on these YouTube. But I'm telling you, these women are out here taking losses at an exponential rate.
Yeah. And
Exponential rate. Go ahead.
it's crazy. And that's why you can see like most of black women like in this country, they're most like singles because of that, because of this mindset, because of this kind of culture. Like, okay, I can do whatever I want when I want. And that's ridiculous. And Cardi B, she's a face of it. But we can't blame Cardi B because Cardi B, like, she's the beginning. She was on that game. She was a stripper before she became famous. She
100%.
used to work. She used to be stripper at the Bronx before she got stripper at
Let's
the
be
Bronx
real.
strip club.
Let's be real. She was a prostitute.
Exactly. I don't want to say that.
That's what they are. We know that. We're
Exactly.
not dumb.
Exactly. And the thing is, like, now what she does, like, actually, she do better way because now she's famous. She can date whatever she want. But on the same time, we can blame her. I blame more like the old girls who have the parents home and who follow her. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, like they should like to the like and put the black man. That's gonna hurt the community at the end of the day. Nothing. And Offset himself put himself in trouble because like himself, he knew that. He knew before doing a kid with Cardi B is gonna be a certain way, you know?
But
And
I don't think that there
man,
was
it's
any
just
way.
sad, bro.
I don't think there was any way Offset knew my wife is gonna leave me for cheating and then go be with a dude who has a harem of women who he is impregnating. Like, just the sheer disgustingness of it. Like, bro is having unprotected intercourse with all these women. And I can see if you just smacking, but you pulling out. He's not. Bro, this dude,
That's
Stefan
crazy.
Diggs, pull out game. That shit weak. Bro, do not believe in pulling out.
That's
It's like that
crazy.
scripture in the Bible where the dude got killed for letting his sperm hit the ground. He like, no,
Wow.
I'm squirting in guts or bust. He not playing.
Wow.
It's ridiculous.
That's
But
true
thank you,
though.
TSM, for hopping up. I'm going to the next topic.
Thank you,
We
Magic.
didn't
See you.
gave Cardi 49 minutes. If they didn't get what they wanted out of that, Oh well. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you. All right, guys. So we got to go to this next situation. No jumper lies, man. And I realize what's going on, how they do things at No Jumper. No one cares about, being honest. Everything is content, which is okay. I'm cool with that. And slander is something that they do with impunity, right? But I was on a show last Thursday, and there was a lot of lies and misinformation that was spread on that show. And I just want to kind of clear that up, right? Because for some reason, the audience at No Jumper believes that the people that they love on there are smart and they're intellectuals and they're debatable people, and they're really mostly not. Most of them are not, right? If they were, they would have debate shows that would be getting 300, 400,000 views, or 200,000 at least, like the ones I did. And so there were a couple of things. This girl Tam, she's okay lady, but she's really not a person who talks honestly when she debates situations or when she speaks on history. So one of the first things I gotta correct is this. She said that Marcus Garvey died in Jamaica. And when we were talking, I was like, I think Marcus Garvey died in the UK. She said, no. He died in Jamaica, right? And I knew she didn't know what she was talking about, but for the sake of just like me not really caring, I just let it ride. Because I said, you know what? Let her think she knows. So if she tries to bring it up another time, I could just crush her with the facts, right? And it became very clear with this girl that though she articulated herself well, a lot of the information that she was spewing was it was not true. It simply was not accurate historically. And when it comes to like African stuff, Pan-Africanism, anything like that, I take that pretty serious because I am a Pan-African myself and I studied these people extensively. So when, at first I wasn't going to say anything, but I said, you know what? I can't sit on a panel of people spewing misinformation about someone who, I am a Garveyite. This guy is like damn near the Messiah in my mind, the embodiment of what a black man should be, or at least aspire to be. And so I had to set the record straight. Marcus Messiah Garvey, place of death, London, United Kingdom. That's where he died. She argued with me saying, oh no, he died in, and if y'all watched it, if you're in the comments and you remember that, please let me know. He died in Jamaica. No, he's from Jamaica. He was in the United States. He got deported back to Jamaica. Then he moved to London, and that's where he died. He actually never made it to Africa. This to me is just basics that people who claim to know about black issues, they should know that. But to challenge me on that and really not know the truth is absolutely diabolical, especially after I bought you flowers, right? So just so you know, that was one of the lies that were told. Then Tam said another lie. I don't know if I'll be able to find this one. I think it was around the 1 minute and 1 hour and 14 minute mark, where these guys started to try to talk about like history. And I was like, why are they trying to talk about history? They don't know anything about history. They keep going with this narrative, right? These guys keep going with this narrative. Oh, these people are going to be able to debate you, and Brandon is ducking debate. And guys, I want you guys just to listen to this exchange we had, and I want you to tell me what person in this room, like just go back in your mind to when I debated the white supremacist who has a huge following on X, has way more of a following on X than any of these people on any social media platform. Literally, people like Nick Fuentes and stuff follow this guy. And I debated him and I wiped the floor with this dude effortlessly. Which one of these people who are, in my opinion, nowhere near on that level, which one of these people are going to debate me? So I'm going to play this little exchange for you guys and then point out the obvious ignorance here.
Something like that. It was in the 60s or
Hold
something
on.
like that.
So you're talking about so remember in the 1940s we were at war with Japan. We're
Right.
pretty cool with Japan now.
Yeah,
Things
yeah.
have happened in the last 60 years.
We're the
to change
bullies.
the dynamics.
He's defending
Yeah.
the Zionists. You hear
No, no,
this
no, no.
comment?
I'm not.
No, we
I'm not
wasn't
defending-
beefing.
You're
The-
defending
no, the problem
Zionists.
was
I feel like Donald Trump and Netanyahu suck each other's dicks.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
feel me?
But the problem
They're both
was
fags,
the
bro.
problem was that
This is what we're going to debate. Donald Trump and Benjamin Netanyahu S each other's D's, and they're both F slurs. That's what these people are telling me. These are the debates I'm running from. People who really have nothing to say, so they resort to just speaking in a derogatory way about people they don't even know. Figures within different cultures and societies. That's what I am ducking. When I sit and I articulate my points well and I work hard to be accurate. Oh, Brandon's on Chat GPT. If I search something up on my phone, I'm doing that because I don't want to give misinformation. 90% of the time, I know the information, but then it's just like I want to just be certain. And anybody who does research or studies, they'll tell you that's very important to do because I'm human. I forget things. Let's play it.
after they fired missiles on us and they tried to sink our ship, we actually said no, it was actually Israel, and Israel tried to blame Egypt. That's the big problem. And we don't even talk about this. The only time that I ever seen Charlie Kirk lose a debate is when somebody brought that up to him. And he's like, oh, I don't know. But, he does. I don't know much about this. I got to do more research. But it was like he talked about that. I don't know if I want to USS Lincoln. Whoever, somebody can fact check me.
We can't use Chat GPT.
Is that when they, kill?
Right.
Is that when they kill Yasser Arafat? Or
No. So there was a moment where
Is that when they kill Yasser Arafat? This time I'm talking now. Look at this fool Lush. He's nodding yes, but he knows she's wrong as two left shoes. But he's nodding yes like she just said something right.
like, oh, I don't know. But, he does. I don't know much about this. I got to do more research. But it was like he talked about that. I don't know if I want to USS Lincoln. Whoever, somebody can fact check me.
We can't use Chat GPT.
is that when they kill? Is that when they kill Yasser Arafat? Or
No. So there was a moment when we had
This is 30 years
like there
before
was
that.
tensions between Egypt and Israel, and Israel fired on us, and then
So you heard me say who killed Yasser Arafat, right? Is that when they killed Yasser Arafat? And you guys are telling me that this chick is smart. Listen, guys, Israel attacked the USS Liberty in 1967. Y'all, Yasser Arafat died in 2004. She was like, is that when they killed? This is dumb. And he wasn't killed. He got sick from cancer, I think, and he died. Is that when they killed Yasser Arafat? But you got a bunch of people telling me, oh, this person cooked you, and this person's smart. Like, bro, what are you talking about? Shut up, Lush. That ain't Lush, really. I was just trying to hit food. It's not. No, but I hope y'all saw this. Let's play it again.
like, oh, I don't know, but he does. I don't know much about this. I got to do more research. But it was like he talked about that. I don't know if I want to USS Lincoln. Whoever, somebody can fact check me.
We can't use Chat GPT.
is that when they kill? Is that when they kill Yasser Arafat? Or
No. So there.
And he said, yeah, no. But he's criticizing Charlie Kirk for not really knowing about the situation. But bro don't even know the name of the ship. Israeli forces attacked the American signal intelligence ship USS Liberty on June 8, 1967. The incident occurred in international waters off of Sinai Peninsula during the 6-Day War, right? Cool, whatever. That was in 1967. When did Yasser Arafat die? November 11th, 2004. didn't argue. That's why you saw me sitting there saying nothing. I'm like, this conversation is beyond their scope, bro. This conversation is beyond. This man died 30 damn years, 37 years after that. Is that when they killed Yasser Arafat? I said, oh my God. Oh my God. Help me, please. But everyone's smart to somebody, I guess. Everyone's smart to somebody. But I really had to just correct that because that was ridiculous. That was ridiculous. And then so I started speaking and I clear up the mess. There was tensions between Egypt and Israel. Well, that's what he said right now. Y'all didn't hear it. But he says there was tension between Egypt and Israel Israel fired blah, blah, blah. Bro, there was something called the 6-Day War where Israel basically went at it with a bunch of Middle Eastern countries and they emerged victorious. What the hell are you talking about? So it makes sense that if you're at war with like multiple countries at once, you see a ship that you don't recognize, you're going to shoot first and ask questions later.
Fired on us and then try to blame it on Egypt. And we're like, what the fuck? Like, why are you guys shooting at us? And the whole point is that
That's how
like,
long ago this was.
nobody ever got held accountable. Israel never got held accountable.
The reason why Israel fired on that ship, they were still in nuclear uranium, enriched uranium off of that ship.
I heard that.
That's how Israel got nukes. That's what that was all about. And then they were like, oh, it was an accident, but they managed to take the uranium.
And nobody questioned them about
no
that.
one questioned. And I believe that was actually set up by the United States and Israel to get Israel nukes without us saying, here goes nukes. But one thing about
the USS Liberty in 1967.
USS Liberty.
That's how Israel got nuclear weapons. But
that's close.
And I think it was I think it was a mutual thing that.
So how many other countries have we given has America given nuclear power to? Name one. Name one. Exactly, because
that's bad.
But you have to understand,
you're right?
But what people
Israel is us.
No, but
that's what you don't realize.
Israel is America's watchdog in the Middle
East.
That's
literally what I said.
They got our back in the Middle East. They're able to give another thing that we get from them is surveillance of all these other countries.
Yeah,
they be keeping.
They do the United States dirty work. United States been want to whoop on Iran. They use Israel to do it. Technologically speaking, I just will push back on they're more advanced. They're not. United States,
they're not more
if you look it up, United States is the most technologically advanced country in the world. But people will say like, oh, Brandon, you talking, bro. I'm talking to correct all the damn misinformation that these dudes are spewing. Like, if you got 3 people spewing nonsense and misinformation, it's going to take at least a minute or a minute and a half to clear all that shit up that they said. But it's a problem. You're this or you're that. Y'all want me to debate with these people. These are the people, this person's going to cook you in a debate, Brandon. Some chick who basically, you ain't going to say this to this person's face like I'm supposed to be scared of somebody. It's really ridiculous. It's really ridiculous.
She doesn't think you're going there to meet a grown man. You might have a boyfriend named David. She's assuming it's somebody from your school or whatever. You have this shush tattoo. Rihanna has the same tattoo. A bunch of bitches got that tattoo around the same time. These are all things.
Yep.
Yeah.
Regardless of.
Now, we started talking about this singer, David, and how he was in a relationship with an underage woman, right? An underage girl. And he was dating this girl since he was 18. And she was 12 years old. David is now 21 or 20. And he's dating her since he was 17 and she was 12. He's 20 now. She's 15 and he was still dating her, right? The girl came up missing. The mom called the police and said, my daughter has a boyfriend named David. She's been missing. The girl, the friends of the girl from her middle school and then high school, they all knew she was dating this celebrity singer named David, right? So I say, yo. The parents knew about this girl dating this over this underage girl dating this older black man. All the Mexican people got in an uproar. Oh no, they didn't know. How you say they knew? Da-da-da. I said, look, dude, it is no secret that Hispanic people, when it comes to the marrying and dating of minors, they have a certain, like, they have cultural allowances for that. I learned this when I was very young. If you go to Mexico, it is not unheard of for a 15-year-old girl to be married. It's not unheard of a girl to be 16 and already be married with a kid. It's not unheard of and be married to a dude who's 30. This is true. These people got so mad at me. They were screaming that I'm a bigot, I'm a racist, I'm a this, I'm a that, right? Manininas, Hispanics are known for that. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Even when the illegal aliens came over here from South America, they were going after underage girls, and a lot of people who were criticizing the open border policies were bringing up the fact that a lot of people were bringing up the fact that in those cultures, there's not the taboo that exists in America about dating underage females. And I even said in Africa, bro, if you go to Kenya, where I go often, the Maasai tribe marries those girls when they're like 13. If you go out to the bush and go and interact with the Maasais, there will be girls who are 15 years old with 3 kids and a husband, married to a dude who like 60 years old. It's a cultural difference. I'm not ignorant to just say, oh, all Hispanics are pedophiles. But what I said was, I could understand if the mother knew that she was dating an 18-year-old man at the age of 15 and wasn't saying anything about it, or a 20-year-old man at the age of 15 and wasn't really tripping off of it, because culturally in Mexico, that is not something that is taboo, right? But everybody is mad at me for speaking the truth, the reality. But where do you get if you lie about everything? These people are okay with telling lies. They either never did the research and they're ignorant, or they're embarrassed about it and they cover it up. But the point that I brought up was, look, man, black people, we get all our bull crap and our degeneracy put on Front Street. Every other week, Tyler Perry is releasing a movie about black folks doing some crazy crap. Y'all saw the movie Precious. You think that made black people proud to see somebody win a goddamn Oscar in a movie that's about the fact that there are black women who will let a man molest their daughter, and then when the daughter come to them, they will blame the daughter? What are you talking about? That crap is happening in real life, guys. You didn't see me, oh, Precious is a lie, and they lying on black folks. No, that's reality. That happens. And as painful and embarrassing as it may be, you get nowhere trying to hide these things. These things need to be flushed out, and a light needs to be shined on these things so that they can be fixed. But I got Hispanic people in here right now, and they will tell you, the ones who are honest, they'll tell you, yeah, it's a huge problem. It's an issue. There's a guy who commented on another channel, Just Clips. He said, I'm Hispanic. And I can't tell you how many times I had to stop my car, pull over, and go off on an older Hispanic gentleman who's out trying to pursue some underage girl. I'm not making that up. But guys, the thing I'm telling you is I'm never going to lie on the internet. I don't do that. And I'm not going to hold my tongue for anybody. I don't care if it hurts your feelings. And guess what? If the Hispanic dude, Gambit, and he's a cool dude, if he felt so offended by me saying it, why wasn't he the first person to say it? Because I'm going to call out black degeneracy before someone else has the chance to call it out. These black folks mad at Charlie Kirk for talking about black degeneracy. Well, why wasn't there black people calling it out before he had the opportunity to? Because everything is quiet as kept. And I'm sick of it. I'm sick of niggas sitting up knowing what's going on that's wrong and that's a problem and not saying nothing. But then later on, yeah, man, we trying to fight against this, that, and the third. Like the dude when Smack went off and told about Fig with the black dudes out there pimping underage girls. Did you see me running to their defense? No, y'all trying to paint the black man bad. No, they're wrong. I was the first person to come out and call P4K and them boys monsters and predators. Before anybody. I said, no, those are predators. Those are predators. But when I'm talking about my own, it's cool. Every Hispanic watching No Jumper like, yeah, he's a predator. But then when I talk about the truth about that culture, oh, I'm a racist. Bro, I talk about my own first. The Bible says you got to clean your own house first before you can even talk about somebody else's house. And that's what we do, internal housekeeping. But what shocked me was to listen to a woman defend the mother, the parents, the adults for not exposing and calling the police on David, who was a black man, and getting him arrested for being a pedophile. It was crazy to me how she defended that woman and this girl Celeste's family. When, guys, we know when there's a lot of evidence pointing to the idea that David was not only paying off this girl's friends, they even said that he gave her brother money, and that David very well may have been giving the parents money, because that also is not unheard of. They knew their daughter was dating a grown man. When their daughter running off for weeks at a time, going to LA with David, when their daughter got a matching tattoo on her finger with David, come on now. Hold on real quick. Guys, and I kept reiterating that fact. There is no way the mother didn't know. Come here real quick. Stay right here. Listen, let me ask you a question. You 16, right? Say something's going down. Say one of the girls on your volleyball team is involved, and these girls are 15, 16 years old. If one of those girls is dating an overage man, how long is it going to be before you tell me and your mom what's going on in that situation? Even if the girl tells you, you must say she put it in the group chat y'all got. How long is it going to take for you to bring that back to me and your mom and be like, yo, this girl is dating a dude that's way over 18, that's over 18, and she's underage? How long?
Look, all I'm gonna say is you can say it's a secret, but when I get back home, it ain't no secret anymore. Especially when you put it in the group chat, it's really not a secret. It's gonna be like that. Like I'm snitching. I'm sorry.
How long do you think out of high school or middle school would that stay a secret?
Like maybe 4 days, 3 days. Like maybe it's not gonna be a secret for that long. Especially the girls on my team, they look at me running their mouth a little bit, so it's not gonna be a secret for that long. People are gonna find out.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so that's a teenager telling you. It's this black dude, David. Hey, bro, music slap. I ain't even gonna lie. Bro, a pedophile, but his music slap. But look, I literally have a teenage daughter. So when I was up there like, guys, there's no way these parents didn't know. And this girl been dating David since he was 17 and she was 12. Now David is 20 and she's 15. You're telling me her parents didn't know? And all her friends knew. All her guys and girlfriends knew. It was common knowledge in the middle school, in the high schools, of Lake Elsinore that Celeste was dating the platinum artist David. This guy got hits. This guy going all over the world. He is a PDF file. The guy was dating a girl who was 12 when he was 17, okay, but he was dating a 15-year-old when he was 20. That's not the Romeo and Juliet clause. That's a huge separation. 18-year-old dating a 17-year-old is Romeo and Juliet. That's covered and protected under California law. That's and it's even, I think it's 16. I think it could be 2 to 3 years. David a whole 5 years older than this girl. So if you are 17, but you know what? I'm not gonna lie to you. My cousin turned 18 when he was in high school, and I remember a counselor telling him, "Don't be trying to date none of the girls at the school that's under 18." So it might not be covered. I don't know, but he was way beyond the scope of that. He was way beyond the scope of that. Let me see. 18 dating 16-year-old California. But you're not going to convince me that your daughter's dating this dude. He's clearly generous with the funds. In California, it is illegal for an 18-year-old to have sex with a 16-year-old, even if the minor consents. A sexual relationship between them is considered statutory rape under California Penal Code 261.5. However, a non-sexual dating relationship is not illegal. No Romeo and Juliet law. Unlike some other states, California does not have a close in age exception. This means consent is not a defense, even if the two people are close in age and the minor is willingly participating. Yeah, so we don't. I just learned something. We don't have Romeo and Juliet. So David was way out of line for that crap. We know for a fact he's a PDF file. We don't know if he's a murderer yet. I'm not covering for that dude. I don't know him, and I would never do it even if I did. But what I'm saying is, this guy is wrong, but let's not do the R. Kelly where we pretend like the parents wasn't in on it. They knew. The community knew. The community knew. Lake Elsinore is a very small town. The community knew, and they did nothing to cover it up. And I was saying maybe cultural things made it easier for them to accept that. That's all I was saying, right? But hey, I'm the animal, I'm the monster. But let's listen to Tam defend the mother, who in my opinion should be right in jail with David if he goes to jail.
Of all that, the biggest point here is that
look at his shirt. This is like
I want to make a point though, because someone tried to say that, you know, her mom might have something to do because she did or whatever.
That was me. Someone said her mom might have something to do with it. And I said this from the jump. Tam is a straight up feminist, bro. In her mind, Pookie gang members can do no wrong and women can do no wrong. Someone tried to say the mom might have something to do with it. What the hell you mean? If my goddamn daughter is dating and she's 16, if my damn daughter's 16 dating somebody who's freaking 20 or even 18, and she been dealing with this person since she was 12, you think her mom's not gonna know about it? She might hide it from her daddy, but you think we're not gonna know about it, but the whole town knows about it? Somebody told the mom if she didn't already know. My daughter's leaving and she has a boyfriend named David. Girl, you know your daughter got a boyfriend named David. The mom reported that. So the mom knew she had a boyfriend named David. She knew the boyfriend was famous, obviously. Why didn't the mom call the police immediately and end that? But here's Tam defending the mother.
I was young. I was underage. I graduated like 2 years early, damn near 3 years early. And I wasn't telling people at school how old I was. I wasn't advertising that. I was texting people, going out to parties and shit, doing whatever. And I'm not telling my mom.
When you're 13 years old, there's no way a man does not know what your age.
I don't disagree with that, but I'm talking about her mom.
Her mom knew about it. Stop trying. You're being an apologist.
Let me finish. I'm not apologizing for shit.
She literally said, all the guys are guilty. But the mom, she's innocent. Guys, this is a feminist. This is a feminist. What are you talking about? All the guys are guilty, but the mom is innocent? The mom was taking money from David too, I'm pretty sure. Stop. And that's the type of shit I just can't deal with. That's a lie. That woman knew what her daughter was doing. Ain't that many lies in the world when your damn 12-year-old running around with an 18-year-old. Where's you going at 12? I lied to my mom. What the hell are you talking about? 12, y'all. 12. Understand the age of 12. I want y'all to let that sink in with this damn Tam making no damn sense. No sense. Oh, when I was young, I lied to my mom. Girl, you just trying to make any excuse for this woman. And people like that, you can't trust them because they're not honest. They're not honest. They'll lie in order to defend a political position or ideology. But y'all telling me, oh, he's running from a debate from this person. What? This person is running from the truth. This person is running from the truth and reality simultaneously. But I'm the problem. I'm the coon. I'm the this. There are women who essay children. There are women who essay children. And you talking about, oh nah, all the dudes is guilty, but the mom is innocent. A certain person try to attack a woman. That's what she was trying to say. I said something about a woman, so she had to jump in to defend the feminine sisterhood. We talking about a 12-year-old kid. This is a 12-year-old kid. You think that kid is about to be leaving my damn house at night with some grown-ass man? Are you crazy? That's my daughter when she was 12. What the hell is Tam talking about? Oh, I lied to my mom and da-da-da-da-da-da. I don't know what type of 12-year-old you was, but not in my house. Not with a daddy in the house. But that pissed me off. You trying to defend this lady. This lady is a monster as much as David is. And I'm not defending David. I'm telling you, that girl was victimized by more than just him.
Damn near 3 years early, and I wasn't telling people at school how old I was. I wasn't advertising that. I was texting people, going out to parties and shit, doing whatever, and I'm not telling my mom.
When you're 13 years old, there's no way a man does not know what your age.
I don't.
And it was so bad that Nathan, who is a teenager himself, one of the producers had to step in and be like, "Girl, you sound crazy as fuck."
I don't disagree with that, but I'm talking about her mom.
You're her mom. Do about it. Stop trying. You're being an apologist.
Let me finish. I'm not apologizing for shit. Let me explain how a teenage girl could get around shit like that. You could tell your mom, I'm going with my friends to the arcade. She doesn't think you're going there to meet a grown man. You might have a boyfriend named David. She's assuming it's somebody from your school or whatever. You have this shush tattoo. Rihanna has the same tattoo. A bunch of bitches got that tattoo around the same time. These are all things that your mom could easily just dismiss easily.
At 12 years old, you got a tattoo. At 15 years old, you got a tattoo. A bunch of bitches got that too. Guy, this sound like some feminist bullshit. How many 15-year-olds you know with a tattoo? Period. She could go to the arcade and da-da-da. She got a boyfriend. Her mom's assuming, hey, dude, I need to meet this dude. That's basic parenting.
Without thinking or without investigating. Yes, it's your job as a parent to be on top of your kid, to know what's going on, but shit can happen these days, especially with the internet.
Lake Elsinore is
lie.
Lake Elsinore is not. It is not. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Lake Elsinore is not LA, where it's so big, anything can be going on, people don't know. Everyone pretty much knows everyone, and they're Hispanic. The cheese made. This is the gossip. This girlfriends know she was dating this elder age man, right? Crazy. I'm sorry, did I say the word wrong?
No, you said it right.
So
you said it right.
Yeah, I got some Mexican friends.
She could just be stand out.
But no, listen, no, bro.
Mexican words is Spanish.
Listen, this dude was known to her circle as dating her. She's dating a freaking platinum artist. She didn't told her friends know. Now,
people were screenshotting it.
Listen, as a person who's Hispanic, do you think there was any chance that gossip did not get back to her mom?
No,
I know Mexican
bro.
people who lied, who used to read their report card and tell their mom they had better grades.
I used to lie to my mom all the time. We lie to our parents because our parents are so conservative. They're strict. But also just to say that, like, we don't know. Even let's say you're right? Oh, her mom knew. That's that lady. That's how she reacted. There's certain parts of Mexico that are cool with that, like Oaxaca. Oaxaca is okay with that. But
finish making my point.
I'm just saying, like, I don't I'm. It could be that specific lady, but it don't mean you're generalizing it.
Maybe she's from Oaxaca, but he basically made my point. He said there are people who literally there are places in Mexico where they're okay with that. Okay, and the people from those places moved to America. The guy literally made my point after arguing with me for freaking 15 minutes saying, oh, you're generalizing. No. I'm speculating. What up, Ziggy? In the building. But this is what I'm saying. Like, I'm speculating on it, but I'm trying to, process of elimination. I'm trying to use deductive reasoning here to get to a way to where this woman should be going to jail for letting her daughter date an 18-year-old man when she was 12 years old. That's the thing I'm trying to get to. Where's the dysfunction in this situation, and how did this get by all these people? And the reality is it didn't. So there had to be a reason why all these people felt the need to keep this quiet until the girl's body was found in a damn trunk of a Tesla. These people felt this girl on many levels. And Tam is like, yeah, blame everybody but the mama. The mama is the number one line of defense.
And that's not cool, bro.
No, I'm not. I'm saying, like,
that's never cool.
Okay with
you do that a lot.
That's going to be my response.
If someone say, hey, it's Africans who cool with that, I'm not going to get so defensive. There are some perverts in every group. David is a pervert.
You should have said that, but you should.
David is a black American.
You made it seem like Mexicans. Let's not act like Mexicans don't promote pedophilia.
Hold on, y'all. Can we look where David is from? Is he from?
He's from Texas.
Texas.
So he's not from this.
Yes,
he's not even from Cali. Yeah, Texas hold his L.
Texas, they love dating their cousins.
Yeah, Texas hold the L.
And my granny from Texas.
This is a clip that just came out right here.
Hold the L, Texas.
These people go up back to the. These people had clips of Now
they don't even realize that I did my research because none of them did no research. So once the facts start coming out, they start realizing that everything I was saying was true, which is crazy to me. But these people are going to debate me and beat me.
With David and Celeste Rivas Hernandez live on Twitch, where he says to his mods to delete all clips and VODs of the stream. So that's him and her right there.
Yes.
And at this time,
that girl.
That's her, bro.
And listen, but at this time, she must be like 12 or 13, right?
But
yeah.
So
I think between 13 and 14. No,
I mean,
she
it don't matter.
died.
It's still fucking
It's just like, bro, if it's under 18, it don't fucking matter, bro.
All race baiting aside, Brandon, can you explain how it's not this guy? Like,
I'm not saying it's not him.
No, he said he didn't kill her.
No,
he's just blaming it on Mexicans.
Been on tour since July. They're gonna have to determine exactly how long she's been dead because they said she's been dead for a little bit, but we don't know if it's a month, 2 months, 3 months. The thing is, if you've been dead since July, they said a year.
Yeah, they're saying that she died. Like she died on her. She got murdered on her birthday, and then he did the new song on her birthday.
They didn't say she was murdered on her birthday. She was missing since her birthday.
Body's been potentially decomposing for a year.
So there's
streets.
But I don't see how, if her body's been decomposing for a year, her mother identified the body. That doesn't make sense.
It was the tattoo on the finger.
That's how. That's how they identified her.
But if you're decomposed,
had the same tattoo, and then they looked into it, and then they identified it as the girl.
This is gonna have to roll out. But what I heard was, they said bro owed people money. I heard they was trying to some people was trying to extort bro as well. Bro probably had a little drug habit, got in debt with some drug dealers. It could be, and then the Tesla was in his name, right?
Right.
But people like that, they'll let people drive their shit. Hey man, I'm about to be out of town. Take my car, whatever. We don't even know if she had to.
I think he did.
What? So
gotta
you
be
let some
involved in
random
something
cartel
like that.
member?
The thing is, like, do I think David did it? Yeah, I think he did it. But I'm thinking of, like, I like to think about, like, okay, what are some ways that he could avoid, getting convicted for this? What are some other possibilities that could have happened? Some other things that could have occurred that led to this? Because we don't know. But what I know is David hasn't been arrested yet. And if bro was like the number one suspect, they would have went and got his ass. He wouldn't have had to come out here. They cooperating with the law, and he was performing the night before and all this stuff. So, like, I wouldn't give a damn if he did it or not. But it's like there's more to this story. There's more to this story. Trust me. And I think it's gonna get crazy before we know the truth. For all we know, the mom and the family could have killed her because they wanted more money from David, and bro wouldn't give it. They probably tried to extort bro and was like, shit, y'all saw Paid in Full when the nigga kidnapped his own damn nephew and cut his finger off to get that money, right? Then Rico turned around and killed bro because he had a bunch of work on him. Like, bro, I'm telling you, this shit is never as simple as we would like it to be. So my mind's going through all the possibilities. Oh, he's definitely a pedo, for sure, for a fact. But who knows? Right, the murder is up in the air. Yeah, facts. All right, but let me let y'all finish listening to them.
He did it.
Hey, bro, just take my Tesla, kill my bitch, or whatever,
I don't know if he did it, but I don't think he did it. But we don't know. Girl could have OD, whatever, and bro just hit
It
it.
could have been the Mexicans, guys.
It's cartel members that he let borrow his Tesla.
Can I ask a question? What was the age gap? Even though it's already wrong,
Like 10 years.
How old is he right now? How old is David?
20.
Yeah, you like 20.
He's 20.
We got. I want to look at that.
Yeah, because I think it was
That's
15.
so-
I think it was 18 to 13.
18 and she was 13.
Yeah, that just shows the sickness in this. It's capable. Like, there is sick people who's 18 who think that it's okay because I'm a teen and you're a teen.
And she's 15, right?
Now, I think it is important to know.
And how old is he right now?
12.
It is important to know, although he's getting a lot of backlash from the music community, like, for example, Caliucci taking her song down with him and things like that.
Good.
So there has been a lot of ramifications. However, to Brandon's point, his tour is not canceled. You feel me? Like,
they just canceled yesterday.
So that
But before that,
No. They just canceled the Seattle date.
No,
they just canceled his
The
performance.
It was the
His
Seattle
tour
date that
is
they
not
canceled.
Tour is canceled.
Oh, okay.
Effectively, the entire
Because
I did my research on this, but I think I made my point. Guys, these are the people that are going to debate me. These are the people I'm running from, all this stuff. Let's be realistic. Now let's get to the elephant in the room. Did I quit No Jumper? The answer to that very simply is yes. I didn't quit because I was upset. I didn't quit because I was angry. But what I'm noticing is we get paid per episode at No Jumper. If I'm only going to No Jumper one time a week, going to No Jumper is not worth it for me. I need to be on No Jumper 2 to 3 times a week to make the kind of money that I feel is worth me going all the way out to where No Jumper is, which is an hour away from my house, and sitting up in there arguing with these fools about nonsense while they try to get a viral moment, right? I used to be on No Jumper 2-3 days a week. Okay, you're not going to be on Tuesday show, but we'll have you Wednesday, Thursday, and Monday. Or we'll have you on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, whatever, right? I was cool with that. I was getting my bread. Josh, he reduced me down to 1 day a week. Cool. Then, guess what? I start seeing people who basically I feel are less talented than me. They're getting 4 or 5 days a week. And I'm watching people fall asleep on the damn pod. I'm watching people be on the pod and not even say nothing. I see people high as a kite on the pod, not saying nothing. These people are getting paid. I'm getting shelved, reduced to 1 day a week, while other people are getting on the platform. And then this was the worst part. I go on 1 day a week. Shit, I went on vacation and No Jumper ate off of me for a whole 3 weeks while I was gone. I created that much of a buzz, right? Adam was like, I created the narrative of I got fired and I left the country and all that. I left them with 3 weeks of content to talk about that was going viral while I was in another country, right? I get back, we go viral again. Everyone's eating off of Brandon. I come one day a week, they eat for a whole week after that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
feel me?
But the problem was,
It makes sense that I say, look, you either got to give me more days. If you're not going to give me more money, give me more days. If you're not going to give me more days, then you got to give me more money. It's not an issue of me just being like, yo, I'm quitting No Jumper. It's not that. I'm not that type of person. But at the end of the day, you got to give me what I'm worth. You got to give me what I'm worth. You're not going to tell me that a bunch of dudes not even saying anything are worth more and bringing more to the channel. And even if you look, because they not only get the money, the revenue off all those damn super chats that people put just to talk shit to me, they're paying to talk shit to me. So they're getting all that money in super chats, right? Boom. Then on top of that, No Jumper breaks this shit down into clips, right? Oh yeah, I'm gonna drop the link so y'all can holler. No Jumper, they get money off the clips, right? But if you look at the clips, even me saying I'm quitting generated 15,000 views. Hold on. Let me go to the clips channel. Right? So even me saying I'm quitting generated 15,000 views. If you just look at these videos, Brandon's quitting, 15,000. Jaleese talks about Munchie sneak dissing her. That didn't even get to 15,000. That was 13,000. Me said I'm going to quit. Got 15,000 views. They talked about Celeste Rivas again. That only got 15,000 views. So this huge story with David and Celeste Rivas, it was only able to match me in views. Just talking about me quitting a basic, what should have been a 1-line, 2-line situation. Then they talk about her, Jaleese, and Suspect. They got 22,000 views. That's good. They talk about the baby. 2,000 views, y'all. Cardi B disses B and JT. 4,000 views, y'all. Brandon gets exposed for being a cop. 30,000 views. Brandon says black people are responsible for black-owned business, whatever. 10,000 views. Brandon has heated debate about singer David. 26,000 views. 30,000. 40,000. 66,000. 76,000. That's 71,000. We're at 71,000. Now, mind you, this one day a week. Not to mention the 56,000 that the stream, 56 or whatever thousand that the stream got. That's another 70,000 views that I contribute to that situation. And you're trying to give me 1 day a week? 1 day a week. And I'm not going to talk about, exactly how much I get paid, but it's not no huge amount per episode. It's a couple $100. So think about this. You just got over 100,000 views from me being on your platform for 1 day. 1 day. 1 day. But you're gonna only give me 1 day and then give all these people 4 or 5 days. You gotta pay me, bro. That's it. Some people don't get 100,000 views in a month. And they're making $2,000 to $3,000 on YouTube. You gotta pay. The price has to go up. Because if you look at the other clips, and I got you, Shaman, I'm bringing you in. If you look at the other clips, let's go look at the other clips. Let's compare, right? Okay, all that crap at the top, other than the Suspect Jaleese thing, it didn't even break 5,000 views. 2,000, 4,000. Let's go here. Candace Owens, 6,000 views. Tab Third talks about whack and YSL Woody. That did 10,000 views. At Hefe overreacted to the Munchie Beat, and this guy talked about it. That did 21,000. That's okay, right? But mind you, these are all individual topics with different people commenting on the topics, right? My shit is just me as the topic. Boom, 26,000, 29,000, 15,000, another 15,000. Like this, I am the topic. So basically, you're able to generate thousands and thousands of views off of me every time I come to talk. Every time. And it's been that way. Brandon has officially rescheduled his fight with War Chief. That did 11,000. Les says Brandon is disloyal. That did 25,000. I mean, and if you just go down the line, who's generating those views talking about themselves? If they do get a big video, it's them talking about a celebrity. But you have a host who is able to generate views at the same rate of a celebrity. I mean, I'm being real. They talking about Young Thug. Young Thug explains his wild leak jail call. 23,000. That generated 23,000 views. Somebody talked about me. What the hell is this? Somebody talked about me and it got 29,000 views. This right here, Lush said I'm disloyal. 25,000. Dude, I'm getting the same traction as fucking Young Thug, who only got 23,000. Come on, guys. You got to pay. You got to give what's worth. Look at this. Brandon and War Chief get into insane argument. 51,000 views. I talked about Viral Way. 16,000 views. Brandon explains follow viral. 22,000 views. Guys, you got to give me, you got to pay. Viral Way. Brandon drove 45 minutes to turn down a fade. 54K. No Jumper is eating off of me, but not trying to pay what I'm worth. So, yeah, fuck them. You're going to have to pay. You're going to have to give me, and I didn't even say, give me more money. I was like, give me more days. I'm willing to do the work to get the money, but you're not going to snub me for less talented people and then be like, yeah, he's just going to be cool with that. Nah, you can have that shit. I don't care about no Jumper like that. Yeah. And then the worst thing, then it's not even the worst. There's another thing. As soon as I do anything on No Jumper, all the No Jumper hosts run and they make videos about it. Then they get paid off of it. Hold on, let me go to this actual page. Let me see.
Let me say this.
I don't even know how to get to this thing. What is Young? Okay, here we go.
No bitch, no blah blah. I get.
So you go here, I say something, dudes run and go make videos about it. This dude ate off of it. 14,000 views right here. Right? And there's several things that I did, and he don't talk about me that much, but there's several things I've done on No Jumper where he ran and made a video about it, which is okay. He's cool. I'm cool. And FA. Here we go. We arguing. 16,000 views. But that's nothing compared to people like Gangland Meme, Just Clips, right? Bro, they're eating off of my shit. They're eating off of my shit. You go to Meme channel, first face you see is me. Bro, I'm literally freaking feeding the No Jumper universe. You gotta pay, bro. And I'm not asking for anything ridiculous. I'm asking for what's fair. Either give me more days or just raise my per show pay. Neem got me all in the top of the shit. There I go again. 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 And what this does, guys, this content drives people back to No Jumper. So they get more views because their little universe is constantly talking about me and different people, obviously, of course. But you guys can see and tell beyond Adam and Wack, I'm like one of the most talked about people up there. And this 2 months ago and stuff, that's when I was new. But the point is, yeah, the whole universe can't eat off a nigga and then you not paying me right. Yeah, I don't give a fuck about Gangland. I ain't gonna make no video about him. Shaman, what's up? You gotta unmute yourself.
All right, there we go. Hey, so I got a little bit of input on this, and I can kind of see both sides of it here. And I feel like the problem that you're running into right now is that this is a supply and demand game. And unfortunately, there just aren't many platforms like No Jumper to showcase hosts like yourself. You know what I mean? And so basically, Adam's able to run an entire fucking monopoly. Like, he's able to take somebody like you, and let's say your content's generating $3-4 grand per episode, whatever. He's able to only pay you $100, $200. You know what I mean? And it's because of the supply and demand. And so, unfortunately, I think the position you're in, you need to build your own platform the same way Flacco is. You know, I think Flacco's got the right idea with that. So, yeah.
Yeah, and I understand the laws of capitalism with the supply and demand, but the thing I'm saying is like, bro, you have a bunch of dead weight at No Jumper. Like,
No,
what does
there
it
is.
take? It was even to the point where Flacco was like, take some of my pay and give it to Brandon. That's Flacco was willing to do that.
I'm gonna be honest. I can't figure out why they keep Flacco around, dude. I don't know.
Flacco was
Like-
willing to do that for me. These guys are low key trying to treat dudes like, I would say, and I hate to use this word, like it's some type of plantation or something. Like, dude,
No,
you said we're gonna see who's the best. We did a show, we did a hosted show. Out of damn near all the new hosts, in my opinion, I am the best. Now, people could say, oh, Munchie's better than you and Hefe's better than you. They're more platformed with me than me. Also, they get to sit next to Adam, who is the biggest draw at No Jumper. Yeah, it's kind of easy when you're sitting there with Adam and he won't shut up, and all you got to do is chime in agreement with him every couple of minutes. That's easy work, bro. You put me on Thursday show. Flacco left. The views went up on Thursday show. We're turning Thursday show quickly into the most popular show on No Jumper. A lot of people are like, we like this show the best. And of course, Adam will retain the loyal following on the Tuesday show. But I believe if we keep the cast the same, the Thursday show will be on par, if not surpass the Tuesday show. The analytics are going in that direction. But at the same time, you got to understand, I make money. I'm not like a broke ass who needs No Jumper to pay me. So I'm like, it's cool to come, get paid to do content and build my brand. But at the same time, I ain't no hoe, bro. Like, you can't just expect me to like, hey, bro, we going to eat off you and everything. And you're just going to, and like I said, give me more days or just raise my pay rate. They could have said, all right, we'll give you two days or give you 3 days. I would have been okay with that. It's not like I'm asking for just more money for free. Like, oh, just here's more money. No, just give me an opportunity to earn the money.
Well, you bring something pretty valuable to the table, man. As somebody that's watched a lot of No Jumper, I'll tell you what I've seen is that it seems like you're the only one that's really versed in politics, and you're actually able to get that political draw, and especially with the right-wing side. But I mean, for me, like, I'm not a political guy, but a lot of people are, you know, and you're gonna have those people that get drawn in with the politics. So I feel like they do need to utilize you for that. And I feel like, if anything, that would be beneficial to them, just for the sake of, you know, they're going to have that political crowd as well on top of the, you know, younger crowd on top of it. So,
Yeah. And you know, and here's the thing too. What I feel that I really bring is I'm able to kind of drag a conversation out of anyone. You got people who sit there and don't say anything. I get those people engaged. At least Jaleese used to say nothing. She used to just sit there. And then, like Creep, he used to just sit there. Dude, I got Creep to make a viral moment, bro, that went crazy on Instagram. Nobody in No Jumper universe could have said that they saw that coming. But it's because I challenged him on his beliefs. I brought up things that sparked his interest, and it turned into a viral moment. On top of that, you need the guy who disagrees, but you need a guy who is truly disagreeing, not someone who's pretending to disagree for the sake of debate. And me, I have fundamental differences of opinion with everyone at No Jumper. You have to pay the antagonist. You have to. You can't just, because also it can be mentally taxing for people. I've been hated my whole life, so I don't care. But it can be mentally taxing for people to go in a room and everyone is against you every time you walk in the room. There are people who get paid lots of money just because of that, because of the mental toll it takes, like Charleston White, people like that. So why wouldn't you say, okay, just give this guy some more money? Because we're able to just generate so much content off of this dude. We are able to create so many different scenarios and situations. And now that I'm kind of learning that area of YouTube, I am able to create buzz without it being about violence or someone getting hit or hurt or crashed out. My CHP thing went crazy. No one got hurt. No one got threatened. No one had to crash out and go to jail, right? This is what you want. So I feel like I'm stepping up to the plate. I'm not only hitting balls out the park, you know what I'm saying? I'm stealing bases, man. I'm bunting. I'm in every area. I'm growing as a podcaster. Not saying I'm perfect, but you can see the growth taking place. Yeah, it has to be incentivized. It can't just be like, oh, fuck you, I don't care. Go ahead. And I'm not going to jail every couple of months, you know, after I got paid. But go ahead.
So I got a question, man. Were you around the office when that whole thing with 4 Extra and 607 Unk happened? Like, where all the Crips came into the facility? Were you there for that?
No, I wasn't there that day.
So what all happened behind the scenes? Is there anything you can tell us that, like,
4 Extra showed up with a bunch of dudes from 40 Crip, and 607 just got scared, bro. Those guys weren't gonna do anything to him.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay, thank you.
No, they weren't gonna do shit to him. All that was just he had got his money from Adam, right? And he didn't want to work for it. Once Adam paid this guy, he just took off. It was a man, like I would say, this happens all the time in business, especially entertainment business. 607 saw an opportunity. He read Adam like a book. This guy has no desire to sue or do anything like that. So if he gives me the money and I take off, there's going to be no repercussions. And I could tell you right now, he's never going to come back, because why would he come back and work for free? He's going to work, and you're not going to give him more money. You're going to say, hey, you already took the money. So 607 ain't coming back unless Adam is dumb enough to give him another bag.
Dude, that whole situation's so crazy.
And then this dummy Adam, let me tell you, this is dumb. 607 kept saying something on camera that I realized was a play for the future. He kept saying to Adam, have you paid me? No, not yet. 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 You keep saying that to get it on video of Adam saying he didn't pay you, because I think if it ever went to litigation, bro would say, bro, this guy on camera has said he didn't pay me. Like, he never paid me. Adam could say, well, we gave you this much money, depending on how Adam gave him the money, right? But 607 could be like, man, That money was for something else. That wasn't for pay. That was a signing bonus. That was, that was an incentive.
Wow.
He has the language on camera to where he could say that, oh, this money was for something else. And you never gave me actual pay, right? So 607 he may look and act retarded, but I think he, he's
I know he's sharp. He's sharp, man.
He's sharp. So Adam is like rather be on vacation all the time. Josh is just like he's checked out totally for whatever personal reasons. And it's just kind of like the ship is like steering itself, and they're kind of like, we don't need anybody because the only people they place value on are the people who are going to crash out on camera to get the biggest views. But I guess No Jumper's just going to have to realize you guys are not the million view channel anymore. You got to work your way back up. You got to prove that you have talent. You got to be like the Oakland A's. You got to play money ball. You got to do the little things to get back to where you once were. And I don't know if they're willing to do that.
No, the key with content I've realized, and I learned this by watching I've done a little streaming. I'm not successful or anything, but I've realized the key to content, man, is consistency. And when you have these crash outs, like, I don't get me wrong, I love King Pill, 4Extra, these guys, but they're crash outs. And when you bring these guys on to crash out, it's not consistent content. You can't keep drawing from that well. You have to go find new crash outs, and it's not a sustainable business model,
Yeah. And the thing is, before we go to the next guy, people have to understand that, like, there's producers there at No Jumper. I talk to those guys and stuff. I know what they're thinking, and they'll tell me, hey, you had 2 like viral debates. Why haven't we scheduled you for another debate? Why haven't we given you your own show? There's producers there like, we want you to have your own show, but this guy won't pull the trigger on it. And I think a lot of it is Josh, because we have different political views, and Josh takes that shit personal. He takes that political stuff personal. You could even hear him, like, he'll be off camera and I'll say a take and he'll just start like going in and like, you're basically furniture. You're not supposed to be talking, right? But he feels passionate about that because he's a liberal and they got to pretend to care about everybody. So I noticed when I really start talking about my political views and stuff, my days just dwindle down to none. And I get it. It's one of those situations. I just would rather not have this guy here offending, my liberal, senses or my positions and my thoughts. So my opinions. So I'll bring somebody else on. But if that's going to hurt the bottom line, why would you do something that's stupid? That's, to me, is stupid. But that's what happens when it's cronyism and nepotism. You are this person and somebody in my family, therefore I'm hiring you. Like, if this guy was a straight hire from the street, there's no way that this stuff would be allowed, So it is what it is. Thank you, Radio Shaman, for coming up. Appreciate
I'll
it.
hop off here. It was nice meeting you, Brandon. You take
Nice
care,
meeting
bro.
you too. Bone D, what up?
What up, man? What up? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I bet. Nice to talk to you. I'm a big fan, you know what I'm saying? I really just called in to chime in a little bit. I also I agree with everything you was just saying. Like, they really be on some virtue signaling. It really seemed like they're always trying to virtual signal on No Jumper. And when people just don't like the truth, I was having a discussion with one of my friends, like, we're at a point in the world where nobody wants to hear the truth. And like, I was telling him, like, if I ran as a president, my slogan might be something like, the truth is racist, or the truth is insulting, because, like, you're someone that speaks the truth. And sometimes when you're speaking the truth to somebody who's mad sensitive, it sounds a little bit racist, or it sounds this, it sounds that. But if it's the truth, it's the truth. Like, everybody's just so afraid to keep it real right now. Like, even when you was having that discussion about the Celeste girl, and by the way, my phone's on 1% right now and I can't charge it right now. But so if I just hang up out of nowhere, my bad. But even when he was talking about that, and you was over here saying, like, in the Mexican culture, it's a little bit more accepted to have like teens and adult relationship. And then old boy started crying right away. Oh, stop generalizing. Like, bro, let him get his point out. Like, I'm a Hispanic. I'm Puerto Rican. I'm not Mexican, but I'm Puerto Rican. So it ain't the same. But you know, I know a lot of Mexicans. I'm from Milwaukee. It's like it's black and Hispanic in Milwaukee. But yeah, I mean that's a normal thing. Like if I had to like line up all my races of homies of like which homies was always like I've seen more adults dating younger people, it was Hispanic people. Like, and then you can't even talk about stuff like that. And these people because people are so sensitive, and that's why I said like if I had a slogan, it might be something like the truth is racist. Like who cares? Like sometimes you gotta sound racist to speak truth.
And if you notice something on YouTube, like if you look at Rogan, you look at like Candace Owens, things like that, Tucker Carlson, the more people moved back to the middle and the more they espoused truth that was unbiased, the bigger their platforms grew. You know what I'm saying? People don't like the left. They don't like the right. They like the middle because more of us have more in common than we have different, right? In differences.
Yeah.
So that's what I understand. But it's just like I don't think anybody's thinking on that level at No Jumper. Like I think it's just kind of like we got here crashing out. You know what I'm saying? It's like a dude say, I live by the pussy, I'm gonna die by the pussy. Like that's basically what they're on. Like
for folks is for real just afraid to speak truth nowadays because they're afraid to sound whichever way. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not afraid to say like I could speak on my own people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Puerto Ricans, we be doing a lot of crime, we be on a lot of bullshit.
And you should speak on your people before anyone else gets a chance to.
And this is the thing. If you said that, I'm not gonna be like, oh, Brandon's racist. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's true, let him say it.
Especially if I went on a rant for 30 minutes to an hour about my own people before I said it. It's like, no, bro, just keeping it real. Like, bro, I watch like a comedian like Enrique Iglesias or something, or even a white guy, Gary Owen. They talk about black people. That shit be true. I ain't gonna get mad about that. That shit's funny and it's true. You know what I'm saying? So,
and you know what it be too? People be picking and choosing because like you could say you could say whatever you say about black folks, and they're gonna call you like a self-hating black dude. They're gonna call you a coon, whatever. But then Chris Rock gonna make a joke about black people. It's black people versus niggas, and they're gonna be laughing their ass off. You know what I'm saying?
so true. Yeah, 100%.
They're gonna be like, that's true. But when Brandon says it and he's coming with a little bit of Republicanness and a little bit of actual facts behind it in a serious tone, they want to get sensitive about it.
No, I'll tell you this. I'll tell you the selective shit that Tam did. When I said something about Munchie B, she was like, you won't say that to Munchie B. Just acting.
That was disgusting.
That was just disgusting. Right. It was so ignorant. But then when Jaleese was popping it about Munchie, she sat there quiet as a church house mouse smiling. And it was like, oh, so when Jaleese went in on Munchie, you had nothing to say. But when I said something about Munchie that wasn't even bad, you were all over me. These people are selective as hell. And I realized like, because I keep it pretty even. It's just like we're not never going to see eye to eye on nothing because they're just not cut from the same cloth as me. But thank you, man, for hopping up. I appreciate it. Your phone survived.
No, hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. I'll be tapping in. Yeah, I'm always tapping in. Hey, I always say it like every No Jumper show, we need Brandon, we need Flacco. Y'all my two favorite. Lush, he my third favorite, but I know he's super virtual signaling, and I get what he's doing. like he's accepted. You know what I'm saying? He a white boy accepted by like all minorities, so he kind of got a virtue signal just because he has this acceptance that no other white dude got.
Right.
But y'all three my favorite. You know
fact, thank you. I appreciate that, brother. Have a nice one. Hey guys, listen. We got one more topic. We've been up for 2 hours. I plan to be up for an hour and a half on God. 9. Okay. So we're gonna hit this one real quick. Pause. The next one we talking about, the last thing. Y'all still with me? Stay strong. Let's finish strong. We just have to talk about Charlie Kirk's revenge from the grave. Basically, this guy, Charlie Kirk, is dead, but all the people who are who were making fun and making light of his death, they are now in major trouble because they are getting fired from their jobs. They're receiving backlash from Charlie Kirk's fans, and it's even affecting their personal businesses, right? And you know what's so funny? They didn't care about Charlie Kirk's death. Oh, he got what he deserved. They were very insensitive. But now these same people are crying and begging for people to feel sorry for them now that they are dealing with the consequences of their actions. They said Charlie Kirk deserved to be assassinated for his opinion and for his words. Now that they're facing backlash for their opinion and their words, they want the world to show them sympathy and have remorse for them. And it's just so crazy to watch. I'm going to poach one of my brother Greg Foreman's video for this segment. This lady right here, I don't even know. I forgot this lady's name. But she's a huge influencer. She has like 600,000 followers on TikTok or YouTube or something. And listen to what she says and listen to what happened to her.
David messaged me and he's like, Megan, you are following another creator who's MAGA. Say it ain't so. So immediately go in, unfollow, no problem, right? But then he goes, don't you think it's ironic that the people who voted for Kamala have no worries yelling from the rooftops that they voted for Kamala, but the people who voted for Trump almost never want to say they voted for Trump. Their line is always, I don't like to talk about politics on this page, or this page isn't political. I want to keep it that way. This page isn't political. What does that even mean? Because right now in the United States of America, we're not fighting a political war. We're fighting a war on morality. We're fighting a war to make sure that people aren't getting kidnapped off the streets and separated from their families when they're just trying to do the right thing and become a citizen legally. We're trying to fight for cancer research. We're trying to fight for healthcare. We're trying to fight for equality. We're trying to fight for trans rights. We're trying to fight for all of that. So we don't mind saying that we did the good thing, that we voted for the good person, but you won't admit it, which to me says, you know you didn't vote for a good person. You know you voted for a bad person, but you don't care because you felt like it benefited you. So you voted for the bad person because it benefited you. But now you're too afraid to get on your platform to say you did that. So all I'm saying is that if you're going to vote for the shitty person, at least be loud and proud enough to say it. Gather around, bitches. Let's all join hands and bow our heads in thoughts and prayers for Charlie Kirk. Thoughts and prayers for Charlie Kirk. Thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers.
That's Megan Farina. Mind you, she has over 600,000 followers on TikTok. She's an influencer. And that's her stance on Charlie Kirk.
I'm not super political on here, but I have to say this. If you do a dance because somebody gets publicly executed and you mock the people that are praying for his recovery, and you post that to over 500,000 followers online, and I find out that you're my neighbor and you have a business here in town. Oh, broski, bro. Oh, you're gonna go out of business so fast, dude. It's not even funny. It's not even funny. Here's the thing. You can post whatever you want. Say whatever you want. Free country. That's your right. But don't think that there's no social consequences for what you say and do. Because you forgot you live in a community, right? Like, we're a town here. We're a city. And we're the ones that are supporting your business. We're the ones that are paying for your services. And when we find out that you're doing things that are kind of icky and evil, we don't really feel like spending our money at your business anymore. Yeah, you have a lot of competition, and we're just going to take our money and spend it somewhere else. It's called voting with your dollar. We can choose to spend money with you, but based on the consensus of this town, yeah, people don't really feel like doing that anymore. Considering that you have 1 star on Yelp, that you had to take down your Google reviews, your website, you had to lock your TikTok comments, and that you're famous on every social media platform for all the wrong reasons. Yeah, I don't think we really are going to keep spending our money with you.
So she celebrated Charlie Kirk's assassination and was basically like mocking the people who were praying for Charlie Kirk to make a quick recovery. And her justification for doing it was, look, I have freedom of speech. I can say what I want. Charlie Kirk said what he wanted, and he ended up getting assassinated So, those are the consequences of his actions. And, he should just suck it up, deal with it. Right. That was her sentiments. So now she's having to deal with the consequences of her actions because people in her own town saw what she did. They were so disgusted by what she did. They stopped shopping at her business. They went to her boyfriend's place of work, threatened him, and now she's sad.
For mocking the assassination of Charlie Kirk. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this.
On Wednesday, September 10th, when Charlie Kirk was shot, I posted a video offering him the same thoughts and prayers that he offered after every child was senselessly gunned down while at school.
Yeah, no. You didn't just do that. You mocked it. You did a little dance, right? A little shimmy, right? You were dancing and celebrating the assassination of Charlie Kirk. Now, if you just would have came out and said, hey, thoughts and prayers, condolences to his family, and you would have kept it moving, hey, you wouldn't be facing accountability. But again, they can't just do that, right? They got to take it to a whole new level, right? Because these people are so vile, they're so hateful that they have
posted a follow-up video expressing hour and before any condition
the reactions to their hatred, okay?
Within an hour and before any condition was known on Charlie, I posted a follow-up video expressing why I felt the way I did and even ended with, I hope Charlie Kirk makes a full recovery and goes on to become a gun violence advocate. Since if you have watched any of the videos on my page, you would know I stand firmly on not being violent and that violence is not the way we are going to fix things in this country. Well, since I posted those two videos.
Yeah. Except she doesn't really believe this because she's posted TikToks like this where she's clearly calling for violence against ICE agents who are doing their jobs.
I changed my mind. Maybe we should arm the teachers so they can handle the ICE officers coming into their classroom to deport their children.
Yeah, absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Now all of a sudden we're I don't support political violence. I never support violence except, again, we have clips of you straight up supporting violence against ICE agents, right? Doing their jobs, which, by the way, I don't think ICE agents are actually going into schools and pulling children out of schools. I don't think that's actually mental health issues. Again, it's a huge.
My life has been completely turned upside down, and I have been thrown into what I can only explain as literal hell. First, my address was leaked, and then all of my family's personal information followed. My boyfriend's company, again, I said he's my boyfriend, he is not my husband, that has absolutely nothing to do with TikTok, with my TikTok account, or social media, or politics in general, has been defamed and slandered. Calls and negative reviews started pouring in by the thousands. Someone showed up to his company, entered his private office, and verbally assaulted him. My child, and my family's lives have been threatened thousands.
I mean, my thing is this. I don't think political violence is acceptable at all. I also don't think that you should be celebrating someone's death. The thing, I was a person who was raised as a Christian. The Bible says you live by the sword, you die by the sword, right? There's an old saying, you live by the gun, you die by the gun. She said her boyfriend's business was someone went into business and verbally assaulted him. Weren't the liberals the ones going to Tesla, burning up people's cars, breaking the windows at the business? Today, some liberal lunatic shot up the offices of ABC, shot up their offices because he wasn't happy with some coverage they were doing. The liberal left, the radicalized left, they've behaved this way for the past 4 years. And what happens is when you behave like that, you draw out the ignorant element from the other side. Now, I'm never going to go to anybody's job and threaten them. I'm not going to threaten anyone's life. That would be ridiculous. But I am not everybody who would be considered to be on the right. There are people who have less tolerance, and they feel like, well, you're doing it to me, so I'm going to come do it to you. Is it like, it's so crazy how this is the sentiment of the left. But then when it backfires on them, now all of a sudden everyone else is expected to have the moral compass and say, oh, don't do this. This is wrong. which it is wrong. But I'm big on energy. You know, I'm big on the universe. What you put out is what you get back. Stop coming at me with the low level thinking bullshit. Well, if you agree with them getting fired, you're a hypocrite. Listen, man, it don't matter what I believe. It don't matter what I agree with. The law of the universe says whatever energy you're putting out, that's the energy you're going to get back. That's what she's getting. The left threaten people, show up to people's jobs, tripping, getting people fired, doxing people. Well, guess what? There are people on the right who could do the same ignorant shit. Would I do that? Would I tell someone to do that? Hell no. Don't do that. But I can't control what those people do. It's wrong. It's wrong to do. But dude, I said the same thing when the liberals were doing it. It's wrong to do that. And you know what they told me? It doesn't matter. While Charlie Kirk said this. All right. Well, go ahead. You reap what you sow. What as a man sow, he certainly will reap. Those are the seeds you planted. And you're getting that back tenfold. I'm sorry that you did that. I can guarantee you I won't be a part of whatever the negative things are happening to you. But dude, what can we do? What can we do? It's a situation you created. Nah. Throughout history, people on the right have assassinated and murdered the most political opponents. I don't agree with that. But okay. This is a lie. Chest shot, face shot. Because the people who's doing all the assassinations and murders back in the day were Democrats. But anyway, white men are the majority and they're split down the middle. They can't agree on anything. Their problem is within their own house. They drop the ball, and instead of accountability, they blame back. I don't see any white person blaming blacks. Like, you sound dumb. Black people had nothing to do with Charlie Kirk, but we inserted ourselves into it because we love celebrating death and destruction. We inserted ourselves into that. That's their business. We inserted ourselves in there, particularly black women and black religious leaders. But hey, what can I say? That's what it is. White people can't agree on anything. You sound dumb. There should be a healthy debate over anything. There should be a split. That's how you avoid becoming monolithic and you progress. Afro Cuss TV, black people agree on so much. Well, then why we ain't making no progress? Oh, it's because the white man, huh? Stop being ignorant, dude. You're not that dumb. You're not dumb. Disagreement breeds progress. Debate creates progress. That's literally what it does. Because you're challenged. So when you do anything, you have to do it to a standard to where it can, stand up to scrutiny. Polarity is a must. Afro Cuz knows that, but he thinks I'm talking to a bunch of dumb black people so I can say anything and they're gonna agree with it. That's the problem with black people. Monolithic thinking, and it's killing us.
Of times I have received text messages and emails saying I should be raped and murdered, and that people are coming to my house, say my address, and then say they are coming to spray it with bullets.
Now, again,
David messaged me and he's like, Megan, you are following another creator who's MAGA.
So what that sounds like is just like what Candace Owens used to go through. She received the death threats, all that sounds like verbatim what she used to say. Lady, liberals were doing that to Candace Owens. Liberals were doing that to Candace Owens. It's probably liberals who are doing that to her. That's what they do. They say, oh, it's your own people doing it to you. But the lady is, in my opinion, it's sad that she's going through that. I'm sorry that her kids have to go through that, her boyfriend has to go through that. But it's like, dude, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. That's the best way I can put it. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. You can't go after someone that millions of people loved and revered, say insensitive things and mock their death, and then think, oh, everyone's just going to lay down and take it. They're not. They're not. And I hope this teaches her a lesson. But if not, she'll just mess up again. No one is focused on it. Afro-Cuz, why don't you come up here and argue that dumb point? They're more focused on blacks. Like, I hate when smart black people adopt ignorant positions just to pander to the ignorant people in their audience for views. You're pandering, Afro-Cuz. Ain't nobody focused on nobody black. That's why they more focused on blacks than the white boy. What? What blacks? What blacks? The black people jumping out, doing dances, and I'm smoking on that Charlie pack and all that stuff. Yeah. If someone does something monstrous and heinous, that's going to draw the attention of the media. Yeah. Debating led to a body. But yeah, there's a lot of ignorance in the world. And it's sad to say. But it's worse when people with a large platform and a lot of reach start spewing the ignorance. But then when they deal with the repercussions of it, now they're a victim. Nah, man. I don't agree with that. I mean, you are a victim, but I think that you kind of planted the seeds for that to come back. And all right, whatever. But yeah, so, peace to her, peace to her family. The people who are threatening her and attacking her, they need to stop doing that immediately. No one likes what happened to Charlie Kirk, but it's good to see that his legacy left such an impression on people that they are willing to stand up and defend it. I hope this lady changes her ways, because even the little white boy, I forgot his name, but he's on TikTok too, the little blonde hair white boy, he was an opponent of Charlie Kirk. And he's way bigger than her. And he was like, this is sad. This is wrong. He condemned his audience. He lost a lot of followers. I forgot the kid's name. You guys know his name. But he did the right thing. He handled it the way it should be handled. What's wrong with you? All right. He handled it the way it should be handled. She should have followed his lead. What's that little white boy's name, guys? She should have followed his lead. But she chose to be a vicious, insensitive creep. And it's costing her. It's costing her. And I hate that it has to affect her in that way. But man, you got to learn. My granny used to say, a hard head make a soft ass. And that's what's going on with a lot of these liberals. They hard-headed. They think they know better than everybody. Or they're going to feel their way through every issue. Nah, dude. You still got to have respect. Respect is mandatory. But guys, thank you so much for watching us. Let me get these super chats. Hey, my brother, Chinese soul brother with the HK Hong Kong $50. Thank you so much, my brother. I appreciate that. What do you think about 18-year-old dating 17-year-old? It's wrong to do based on the law, unless you're in a state with Romeo and Juliet. Music decorates time. Thank you for the $5. I appreciate that. Thank you. The Jewish guy, bring Nakneezy for the political commentary. Yeah, I wish I would be down to do that. And that is it. Oh, wait, let me make sure I don't got nothing on Cash App. Did anybody send anything on Cash App? Let me know. Hold on, I should get some type of. Oh, shout out to my boy JP from the LB. Shout out to my boy JP from the LB for the $5 holler in the Cash App. Appreciate that. 616. Okay. All right, guys, that's it. Thank you so much for watching this. This has been the first episode of Defiant Brandon, the first official episode. I hope you liked it. We're going to try to make it a little bit shorter and more concise in the future, but it's always good to be here with you all, and you can expect more from me. Till the next time, please do me a favor. Take care of yourselves, but most importantly, please take care of one another.